thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on the big show today, Bobby Dirkens Live. It's a quarantine special. As you can see, I'm in my bathrobe. I ain't got nothing on under this except a shirt and my birthday suit. No, I got pants on and such. It gets weird. I feel like, even in a robe, I feel like a nudist if I'm running around with no clothes on under it. It's like, what's in here? Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. It notifies you. Go figure the word notification with channel. Notify you of when I get on here. All right, it's good to see you. Maybe there are a bunch of you already getting in here. I'm going to say maybe there are a few people, so if you're watching this later, I ain't losing my mind. Maybe I am. Let's see. Who's in here? Lord, let's get in here. Cancel. Who's in here? I can't even see it. GW, Daryl World. He says Notre Dame football and tequila. Good things. GW. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. May there to you. David Simon says, may there, Bobby. May there to all of you. And I'm going to jump right in here. If you want to support the show, I'm going to tell you two ways. We have Super Chat turned on. But let me tell you a real quick way that you can actually support the show. If you look down, it's not on here now, but at the end of this video, I'm going to put it down here. You'll see a link. It says to Amazon. If you buy anything, I don't care what it is, through that Amazon link, it actually supports the show. Your prices don't change. I wouldn't jack up your prices. What do you think I am, a communist? I wouldn't do that to you. But if you go through there, I don't care if you buy doo-doo paper. I don't care if you buy a bomb. I don't care if you buy a tiny house, because that's how you roll. There will be a little kickback from Amazon to me. As I said, won't mess up anything. Hit the like button. I'm going to jump right into this. So, I'm going to say hey to a few more people, and then I'm going in there. Joey Carroll, may there to you. Daryl World, may there to you. Jamie Stone, I live in Duncan now. Let's get up. We're going to have to get up. I do forget about that, Jamie. Good to see you. Bo Evil, may there. Go Clemson. All right, so when you're sitting there and you see it come across your screen that Bobby Dirkens, the biggest Clemson Tiger fan in the flipping world, is going to talk about Alabama football, you have to ask yourself, what is he up to? Has he lost his mind? Why does he have glasses on? All very valid questions. But, you know, Clemson has a great chance of not only going to the college football playoff for a 6th year in a row, they have a great chance of winning that national championship. To me, it's only fair, and me being the good, wholesome person I am, who's out here trying to serve y'all and be good to yous, for me to talk about the teams that they very well will have to face if and when they make it back to the college football playoffs. With that said, we have to start with the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you're a Clemson Tiger fan, there's no stranger to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Clemson's road to the past 2 national championships that they've had has ran directly through the Crimson Tide. The games that we lost, except for that first-round playoff where, you know, we didn't have a passing quarterback, you know, at the passing position, has been incredible. In fact, the first national championship that we lost to y'all with a sophomore Deshaun Watson was a 45-40 ball game. It's always been a good time, as I said, except for that one time. So let's talk about the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's talk about who they return. Now, I'm not doing predictions and stuff. I'm still learning a lot more about your team. So if you are an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, welcome. Make yourself at home. Don't broke my wife's butt. Don't put your feet in my seat. And whatever you do, don't smoke in my house and don't leave skid marks in my toilet. Other than that, welcome. So let's talk about who is returning. Obviously, we know names like Tua is gone. Jerry, Judy is gone. Henry Ruggs, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th is gone. Let's talk about some players who are gone. Okay? Now let's swing over. I got a couple of notes here in front of me. Raekwon Davis, gone. Anthony Jennings, gone. Trey Diggs, gone. Jared Maiden, gone. Shaheem, I hope I said that right. Carter is gone. There's probably a few more, but that's just right off the top of this list that I see. But we know that Tua is gone. That's done. That ship has come and it has sailed. A surprise for them from everything that I've seen, the returning starters, I'm going to go back to this right here because I had it pulled up. Y'all forgive me. I'm just doing this on the fly. It's not like you can just run out and go do whatever you want to right now because, you know, you get locked up and such. Let's see. So, if I'm remembering right, Najee Harris is coming back. Am I right? I'm pretty sure I am. Trey Sanders is back. Brian Robinson is a senior. He'll be back at running back. We know that they've got the problem at quarterback. Is it Mac Jones? Most people believe it's going to be Mac Jones they'll be playing. Rashad Bourne, may there to you. It's good to see you. You said Najee's back. I was pretty sure he was, but I didn't know if this was updated. But the problem that we're looking at is that who is going to be the quarterback for this football team? Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, old Mac comes out there, and he ain't doing what everybody thinks. And everybody's jonesing over this, Bryce Young. This youngin', I mean, you already hear his name in the background. It's this. They said he's the #1 recruit in the country, or #1 quarterback in the country. Of course, as soon as DJ committed to us, all of a sudden he became the #2 quarterback, and then Bryce, he becomes #1 quarterback. That happened to us one time with this guy named Justin Fields. Don't even know if you even heard about that. Don't know if you've ever heard that before, but that actually happened. Real quick, Johnny Turner just gave me $2 and said, "May there, thank you." May there said, "Go Tigers." Well, Johnny, thank you so much for giving me $2. I will use that and drink the beer. That's my Bobby Dirkens beer thing. Thank you, Johnny. Welcome. Thank you. May there. But as soon as, in my opinion, I'm going to jump right in this, as soon as Mac does not start living up to the hype, Bryce is coming in. Now, I know Tua's little brother, Tua, whatever his name is, everybody's going to be sitting there talking about him some because of the legend of his brother. But I'm telling you, it's Bryce Youngin. This Bryce Youngin, he is the one that everybody's going to be whispering about. Because if Mac doesn't come out and start burning up right off the bat, and listen, I'm not saying anything bad against him. I'm just saying this is the life of a guy who's having to replace a legend. Ask Kelly Bryant how easy it was to replace Deshaun Watson. Not easy. It's not. It's not going to happen. Small balls in here. May I tell you. You're right. This happens with all these quarterbacks. People's talking trash about it. They're talking about, oh, is he going to replace this? He's going to replace that one. I don't think that Steve Sarkisian and Nick Saban are going to be inclined to do everything that the fans want them to do. You know, Nick, he marches to the beat of his own drum. And if you don't like it, he holds up his multiple fingers with championship rings on it and goes, "How many do you have? How many do I have?" That's who wins this decision. Tiger Nation's in here. May there to you. Good Lord, it's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. May there to you. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to look at a few names. Tell you about Bryce Young. Bryce Young, this guy, dual threat quarterback. Now he's 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. Okay? 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. We're talking about DJ. I don't even like to take a shot at his last name. I just, Eulali. People always change the pronunciation. We'll just say DJ U. It plays for Clemson now. 6'5", 240, 250. All right? 2 different body types. All right? But this Bryce Young, very talented. He's quick. He can throw the football. He's very, very gifted. Gatorade Player of the Year. He has that ability. All right? He has that ability. You've got Larisha in here. May there to you, Larisha. Good to see you. Happy Easter to you. Don't get near the Easter bunny. He might have COVID-19 and an egg for you. But I really want to see what this quarterback situation is going to look like, because you do lose Judy and Ruggs, okay? I know you've still got talent, Alabama. You're a lot like Georgia. You recruit well all the time. The only difference between you and Georgia is that you actually use your talent. So that's the reason that you have what you have. You've got the ability, you have the talent. But I'm telling you, Mac Jones is going to take the snaps. Barring some, incarceration, getting caught and improperly touching a goat or something, he's going to be a starting quarterback day one, unless something happens. But Bryce Young will be on the lips. I don't think that they're going to worry about Tualia. I don't think that that's going to be a big deal unless he comes out and starts showing out. If he comes out and starts doing good, okay, you can throw that away. But I tell you, Bryce Young is going to be, that's going to be the whisper in the stands, you mark my word, if Mac Jones is not doing what he should. The wholesome one, Holloway, whoa, Lord, I got royalty in here. May that to you. It's good to see you. Thank you for showing up. Sean D's in the house. He said, what's up? Well, what's up to you? May there. Wholesome Holloway's always good to have you in here. Sean D. I said a bunch of people in here. LSU Scooter. Hey, he said, hi, Bobby. Hey there! Good to see you. Brings a tune to my mind. What if you do if your wife kisses you with a beard? I'm writing that one. I'll keep going after later on. But if Mac Jones comes out there and he ain't throwing the ball worth a piss, he looks lost, Wholesome One Holloway said, I need a good smile. Anything I can do to help you. Ain't illegal or weird. I'll do put a smile on your face. I might moon somebody. That's illegal, but still. You're going to hear Bryce Young being whispered throughout. Now, we know Brian Robinson, we're going to go to running back. Najee Harris did come back. Thank you, Rashad Bourne, for confirming that for me. And I was pretty sure he did, but I couldn't remember. You don't know how many people gets on here. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no clue. You have no clue. I'm sorry, I only try to keep up with about 300 teams. But I am glad when people tells me, gets on here. Najee, we got Brian Robinson, he's senior. We got Trey Sanders. I know they've recruited some guys in. These are guys who's already played. They've already showed up. They've already did some showing out. Everybody's happy. Everybody's talked about them. Everybody knows they got the ability. You got most of that line, if not all of it, coming back. Offensive line. Whoever lines up at quarterback is going to have the ability. Bobby Dirkens Jr.'s in here. Be good, boy. Don't get in here and get the, roundhousing, carousing and stuff. But I believe it will give them the ability to warm up whoever they need to warm up. Whoever's going to be under center, give them time to grow. Give them time to grow. Now, as I already said, I'm going to go through a couple of this. I'm going to go through this. You know me, I like to talk a lot, and then I'm going to go through some of this stuff. But I'm going to go through some of the projected starters. And this was earlier on. Some stuff could have changed. Some people might have transferred out. Y'all forgive me. Mac Jones, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, you'll see them there, Trey Sanders. They're a lot like, Clemson and them are a lot alike. They'll run 4 or 5 different running backs. That's smart. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, obviously Jalen Waddle. John Mechie III, Tyrell Shavers at wide receiver. Let me see. Miller Forrestall, tight end. Alex Leatherwood on the line. Evan Neal on the line. Landon Dickerson on the line. Darian Dalcourt. Deontay Brown. Amari Kite and or Pierce Quick on the line as well. Now on the defense, we talked about who they lost. All right, let's talk about who's coming back. You got to start off with Dylan Moses, right? You have to. You have to start off with Dylan Moses, okay? Dylan Moses, you start off with that. See some of y'all arguing in here. I like that. Let's talk about some of the projected starters on the defensive side of the ball. LeBron Ray on the defensive end. I only played 3 games, as a junior, but the guy has the ability to play ball. If he's playing at Alabama, he's playing at Alabama. DJ Dell or Christian Barmore, defensive tackles. Byron Young or Justin, if I mess that last name up, they'll fire me. I don't know. Got the ability. Chris Allen, outside linebacker. He's had some injuries, but I believe that he can definitely do some good things. Christian Harris, Joshua McMillan, Shane Lee will be coming there some. Another name that I won't even try, Patrick Surtain II. We all remember that infamous play where he tried to lock down Justin Ross. Justin Ross kicked him in the goober. He fell down. He ran down, scored a touchdown. Josh Joby, he's coming back. Jordan Battle, DeMarco Helms. All right? You're seeing some young talent that's coming out there, but we know that when it comes down to teams like Alabama and Clemson, teams that are in the playoff every year, every other year, not just a flash in the pan and they're gone, here every year, they have young talent that can come in and play better than experienced talent all across the country, even in tough conferences, okay? So, if you see sophomore beside it, that means absolutely nothing. So, if you see sophomore beside their name, it means nothing. If you see redshirt freshman beside their name, it means absolutely nothing. Saban will not put on the field who he does not believe should be on the field. He'll find someone to go out there and play. So let's take a look at their schedule, and then I'm going to close her down after that, because quite honestly, I got to go to the bathroom and pitch one off. I got the doo-doos today. Alabama football 2020 schedule. Let's look at their schedule. Now, I know their first game, if I remember correctly, was Southern Cal. We're going to look at their schedule, and we're going to close this down. It says 2020 schedule. I'm with Sweeney. We're going to be playing college football this year. It's not going to be, unless somebody does something stupid, we're playing college football this year. Very first game, September the 5th against USC Trojans in Arlington. It's going to be an interesting game. Matt Dukes is in here and said, "Amen, Bobby. I'm preaching." Remember, I live down here in the South where college football is king, Jesus is Lord, and you're basically looking at the Pope. So, bless you, my child. Next game, you're going to play against Georgia State. Then the next game, you're playing Georgia. It's going to be a good game. Then you play Kent State. You're at Ole Miss, get to see O-Line again. That'll be a goodie. At Arkansas, Mississippi State, you get to see the 2 happiest sons of guns you ever seen in your life, Nick Saban and Mike Leach, staring at each other. At Tennessee, that's going to be a goodie. Then you're off at LSU. At LSU, that's a Saturday, November the 7th. UT Martin Skyhawks, that's in Tuscaloosa. You play the rest of your season in Tuscaloosa. You got A&M. It's going to be interesting to see A&M because here's the reason why. Jimbo better pull it together this year because his contract says he's losing his luster that he had just a few years ago. Just saying. Then you got the Auburn Tigers in Tuscaloosa. You're going to try to pay them back for what they did. It's going to be a big season, and I'm telling you, you got the Georgia game in there. Go ahead and play them. Go ahead and show them that the East is still the East. I'm sorry, East. I mean, it just is what it is. But it all comes down to whether the quarterback can play well. Who is the quarterback? Who is the one that the team believes is the quarterback? Who do they believe in? Who do they want to be their leader? Who do they want to call their leader? And when you get into a locker room, you talk to players who's played in a big deal. I want you to listen to me. Big teams, you might see a guy starting at quarterback that the coaches says is the starter, and the locker room don't like him. If the locker room don't like him, that's a whole other world, y'all. I don't know if you ever noticed that or not. But I'm telling you, it is the truth. So I believe Alabama is definitely the contender. I believe that Alabama, it has the greatest chance of winning the SEC yet again. I believe LSU is going to come out. They're going to do really, really well. But I'm serious. I'm going to tell you the truth. LSU is going to have to do a lot because they lost. I'm not trash talking here. I know you recruit well. I know this. I'm just saying Burrow is gone. You lost a lot. Alabama has what it takes to win that again. Win it this year. They got left out of the college football playoff. They went and smacked Michigan in the face in their bowl game. Didn't even care about being in it, and they still did what they did. Alabama is hungry. Alabama wants back in. And I believe they have a lot of the pieces, if not all of them, to definitely not only win their conference, but be back in and contend for a national championship. Well, listen, I'm Bobby Dirkens. Y'all keep arguing like a bunch of mad dogs and stuff. I know y'all in there all fighting among each other. Remember, it's just football. Y'all have fun. Rashad Bourne says, Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Dark Horse, Texas. We'll see, Rashad Bourne. I can see 3 of those. Texas, I like what's his face that coaches for them, but we'll have to see. I ain't got a problem with him. We're going to have to see about that. But you might be on to something. Y'all heard it first from him. Well, listen, Bobby Dirkens, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Remind you, if you want to support the show and you want to support it, but you're like, well, Bobby, these are tight times. I don't want to spend some money. Listen to me. I don't blame you. I have a link that I'm going to be putting down here in just a second for Amazon. So if you go through that Amazon link and you buy anything, it don't matter what it is, your price is not going up for going through that link. But you go through that link and you buy anything. You buy some fake doo-doo. You buy, some toilet paper if you can find it. You buy a case of beer or, go buy your wife one of those $700 pairs of high heels that she can just wear around the house and turn you on. A little money gets kicked back to the show. And you didn't have to donate a dime to me. You just went right through there. You did it. That was a good thing. I appreciate it. Bobby Dirkens Jr., if you hit subscribe, listen to me, you are not getting a raise in allowance. Okay? It ain't happening. You don't already do what you already supposed to be doing. All right? Love you. All right. Bobby Dirkens, hit subscribe button, turn on notifications. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing up.